Happy Friday, 2:30 in the afternoon, knocked off work, went and got Calypso. So today we are going to install the second 75-gallon tank. We'll have them tied together. There'll be 150 gallons obviously total. We'll show you kind of how we did that. But first we have to dismantle our brackets a little bit and then sling it into place. We wanted to do it now because as soon as we put the master bed in there, it's still possible, but there's a lot more to disassemble before we can do any swapping of tanks. So we're at that spot. We're ready to swap, take out the brackets and put in the tank. We got a couple other things planned for the weekend, but that's what I want to get done today before it gets dark. So let's go. We were a little bit stymied there for a minute, but Tyler decided what we did is we primed the feed hose, and the water was all the way up, and it still wasn't drawing any suction, and we were kind of scratching it. We even threw some positive pressure into the tank to push water through, and it still wasn't producing any suction, so there was some problem. Tyler thought, hey, let's relieve the pressure on the hot water tank, which he did. And as soon as he did, the pump started pumping and it started drawing water. So our theory is if there's excess back pressure on the pump, it's going to have a hard time priming itself. So add to our list of shutdown procedures to enable pop the pressure release when we're shutting it down, because we don't need to have hot pressure in the lines all the time. So, all right, problem solved. Back to the task at hand.
Which is?
We gotta figure out what's leaking out of the...
We know what's leaking. It's the crossfill
valve.
Well,
Our crossfill valve is leaking on this tank, so we probably at least need to tighten it one more twist, and then we're gonna connect the tanks across. So that's what we're doing next.
So is the rear completely done? All the plumbing?
I think the plumbing is all done.
All we have to do is rig up the vents now, right?
Yeah, and cut a hole in the side for the shore water fills. And eventually we'll plumb it for shore water if we want. It's an easy thing to do.
So how are we going to store that hose? Where's that hose?
That's not going to be stored. It's just where leftovers sit right now.
So what do we use to empty the gray water when we're on the road?
Well, we thought we'd be able to use this, but it's really kind of...
You're swearing! I'm gonna have to censor you.
It's really kind of crappy, so...
Sailor language. Shh.
What's this here for? So we're gonna come up with a different idea.
No, we were taping a tube in there.
Yeah, so
does that last beam over there have any supports in the middle, or no?
This one does.
Oh, it does. Okay, I just can't see it from here.
Yeah.
Okay. So our bed doesn't cave in on top of the water tanks.
Now there's one more support right behind Tyler that's going to go here, and that's where the back hinge of the bed will go.
Ah, okay.
The bed platform.
Oh, so that you guys can access all of the stuff from inside the bus.
Right, and I'm just going to piano hinge it too.
Yep.
But eventually I'm going to put hydraulics in it so it helps with
Okay. And there's really no room for any sort of, there's no, okay.
No storage down
That's
there.
okay.
So yeah. So we think we've got all the leaks stopped. We'll find out.
How will we find out?
We'll find another puddle in the morning.
Oh. Okay. So we should probably put a dry towel there.
No, because then I won't know if there's a puddle.
If we put a dry towel there and then it's wet in the morning.
I want to just put it straight there so we can see.
Put what straight there? Put what there?
I don't want a towel there at all.
Oh, you're just gonna leave it open to see if there ends up
with water, so I can gauge how much water there was.
Gotcha. Okay.
But there's water in all the tanks.
Cool.
And in all the pipes, and we'll leave it pressurized for tonight.
Yeah, you may as
We were
well.
camping in it. Whoops.
Yeah, see, I feel like this top part here where you can see the insulation, I want that covered with underlayment because there's a big gap right there. And that's gonna make, right? You want to cover it.
Oh, that's going to be covered by
Beadboard.
siding anyway.
Oh, that's true.
That piece.
Okay.
This one will have like a 2x4 in front of it or something.
Okay.
We have all of our garage
Power.
space. You unplugged it.
Oh, put it back in. We have finished the tanks, we think. I checked after we got back from Home Depot and there were no leaks. And what we just did is we got a nifty little Craig Jig crosscut slider thingy for the
Circular saw sled.
circular saw sled, which made cutting these long pieces a lot easier. So what we're going to do next is attach the base of the bed right here, and this front end we're going to hinge, and it's going to lift like this so we can get under and still mess with the plumbing and piping and all that. So that's the next thing, is we're going to put a big long hinge along here and screw the bed down, and then we'll have a bed platform. We dumbed down the design a little bit. We simplified it. I had another matrix of 2x4s on top of it, and we all decided, overkill. So we've trimmed it down. We might stiffen up the sides a little bit, but in general, this is how it works. There will be a mattress on it, of course, and the mattress will have to flex in the back, but I figure it's a...
It probably won't flex. It'll probably just lift up.
But it's not that big of a deal.
Lay down on it.
So, yeah, plenty of room. We're gonna build a box in up here, which will let us put our plumbing and our shore power and shore water connections. And this will feel nice when there's a big old mattress on it. Here, you want to unfold the mattress? We'll
Yes,
let Mom
I'm
do
sure.
that tomorrow.
Yes, I'm sure. I don't want the mattress getting all covered with dust.
I'm sure it's in a plastic thing. We can keep it in plastic.
It's just gonna be a pain to move whenever we need to get in here. Mostly to paint it. To paint the plywood.
Alright, so that's decent. We got, I feel confident with the hot and cold running water. We still need to screw the back part of this down and do some more building, but this is the basics of the platform. And now that it's that short, we could even could go up a lot. When we were going to tilt the whole thing, it was going to catch on the overhead. Well, we're still going to build things into the overhead. So.
Yeah.
But until then, until we build the hydraulics in, we can always do this. And we could always do that and still work. So we have charged the battery fully, and everything's pressurized. I say we leave it pressurized for the night and see what happens in the morning.
Okay. Special guest appearance by Tyler today. Thanks for being on camera.
Today.
So, yesterday, 3-day weekend. We were kind of excited that we were going to have 3 days to work on this thing, but it turns out she didn't want to start yesterday and took a tiny bit of research on Jim's part to figure out that it was just the battery. So thank goodness it was an easy fix, but it did eat up a good chunk of our day. So got it home last night, working on it today. Our plan
is to do
windows.
all the windows.
Yes, hopefully. Well, we have 4 of them that we kind of trialed to see what we wanted to do with them and how the cleaning and all that was going to go. But we're hoping that with a couple of days left of the weekend that we have, that we can maybe get the rest of them done. We'll see. We might recruit the help of Kyle too to do some of the work.
Yeah. I wonder if we could pressure wash them.
All the hands. I don't know. Let's try it.
All right.
We'll see. We'll see. But we got to clean them all, and then we got to prop them and get some paint on them, and still figure out how to seal them. We haven't come up with a conclusive idea on how to do that yet. So we're going to work on that this weekend. It's like 82 degrees outside in San Diego this weekend.
Complain. We drove this thing through 120-degree weather.
That's true. But we weren't working, we were sitting when that happened. So, but we're hoping that maybe the dry time...
They'll leak out.
I guess. We'll see.
Okay.
It's going to be hot. Hydrate. But hopefully the dry time on the paint will be pretty good
and
today.
And water.
Pretty good today. Oh, yeah, and after cleaning it, they should dry up pretty quick. So, hoping that the weather's going to work in our favor. We'll see.
Yeah, okay.
All right, and he can do his little bit. Go put the camera on him. He's much better at it.
Okay. Hello.
What up? Welcome to Sunday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day weekend. We're doing windows, and I'm working on the cabinet for the refrigerator, so we don't have to just bungee it in anymore. Hopefully I'm going to get to put seatbelts in too. That's another one of my goals today. So we'll see how we get. Tyler and Jen got all the starboard side windows out, cleaned them up. We're ready to put them back in. What we're gonna do is we decided to not do anything with them right now, because when we paint the bus, we want them out. We don't want to tape off each window. So what we're gonna do is have them out while we paint the bus. Just have plastic backing behind all the window frames, so we can just spray it out with no taping, other than the, we gotta make sure it's
secure it.
So that's the plan for the windows and the paint. I've been building the cabinet around the, here, come on. I've been building the cabinet around the refrigerator. We had a little discussion as to whether we wanted it walled off or not. And we decided we do want it walled off. What I ended up doing to make things that match the ceiling is, it took me a little while, but I created a template, which is, this is not the template, but it's a little piece of plywood about this long, and I tweaked and bandsawed and sanded the curve down, so now I have a template for any curve I want to put something up against the window. It has to butt up against this, is what my template does. And and it only goes up. So other stuff, yeah, but I think a template is the way to go, because I only used a little scrap of plywood and easy day. So now I'm building the fridge in, and it's getting late in the day.
It's only 2:30.
So what else are we going to get done today? Oh, we did take the stop sign off. I should put some Bondo on the stop sign hole, because there's a big old hole in the side of the bus now. Did you guys see the intake?
No.
The water intake? Let's see. Oh, you see it from here. And then you can show them on the outside. But we planned our bed around that intake, our bed height.
Where is it? There it is.
So I cut the hole the right size and used some 3M mounting tape, and then it had, the plastic thing had screws in it, so there's about 8 screws and the mounting tape. So hopefully it's waterproof. We haven't really tried it out yet, but it is hooked up. And that's all we've got done so far today. It's taken a long time to to custom fit everything to the frame of the bus. But that's been the plan all along, is to anywhere where we need to interface with the frame of the bus, we spend some time on, because I didn't want to do the whole panel the whole bus out and take in a few extra inches of wood so I have room to build it on it like a house. We're building on it like a bus. And so that's what some of our methodology is. And again, we'll see how it works out. Thanks.
So what we did to clean our windows is there was a bunch of seal and waterproofing all along the edges and the bottom. So all we did for that was we just took some paint scrapers and just scraped it away. And then after we did that for all of them for a while, and then we discovered we can use a pressure washer to get a lot of it off. So we did that for the majority of the one side that we've done so far. And then now we're just letting them all dry. They're all pretty clean at this point. And yeah, we're just letting them dry. For the window frames, there was a bunch of dust and more of the seal. So what we did for that was paint scraper again, and then to get all the dust off, I just used a crappy little paintbrush, like this. Not all windows may be like that. That worked for us. It just had the same seal stuff in the corner. So that was pretty simple to do.
The other thing we did is we took that stop sign off, and it had a big old hole here and some mounting holes here, 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 and here. So this is first layer of Bondo to fill in. It was a pretty big hole. You can see sort of the outline, but this Bondo is just supposed to fill the hole, and then we'll sand it and make a better layer like this one, because this one had it wasn't in very, it was recessed a bit. So I sanded off the extra Bondo and put in a new layer, so this will be nice and flush and feathered, and when we paint it you won't even know that's there.
Hopefully.
Look, we got rust.
We got a lot of rust just along this entire side.
Yeah, so yeah, well, yeah, let me not forget this and drive down the road with this. This would suck. So yeah, a little bit of body work, a little bit of this and that. So see y'all later. So we haven't screwed this down yet, but this is the platform for the master bed, and it's designed to lift the mattress in half. The mattress is going to sit on there, and we'll lift it up like this when we need to get in here and prop it up. But most of the time, it'll sit right there, and that's where we sleep. This is the this, by the way, what is this loose hose? This is the breather line for the starboard tank. What we don't want to do is run them, we're not sure what to do with it. We think we're just going to have them inside the, we'll probably pipe it over here and have it inside the shower somewhere, because the only thing bad that happens is water will gurgle up it like it just did, and then you'll get water on the floor. But if it's all the way up vertical, that'd probably be fine. Or we can have it breathe into the shower or something. So we don't know. Figure it out. But that's it. Thanks for hanging out on this holiday weekend, and we'll see y'all next week.